sessions, summer night sessions, tonight with a great event, the Supermoon, the first from 2 Supermoons that we will have this month of August. Awesome summer. Will it affect animals, the earth, the ocean? For sure. We'll talk about that later. We also will learn what is a supermoon, what is a Sturgeon Moon, which is the moon classification or name that they give to this moon in the first moon of August. And we will also be with you watching the supermoon in real time with this tiny telescope, the VIRTUOSO, a 6-inch Dobsonian telescope. I'm also using a simple ZWO-294 camera to have a wide angle, wide field of view. Matching with the VIRTUOSO 6-inch will be great. Now, we are streaming from here. Planet Earth, continent Europe, country Portugal, region Algarve, 37 latitude Bortle. Oh god, connection is a mess. If anything happens, please tell me in the chat, I will be tracking. This is August. August here is full of people. You can't imagine. It's full of people. Fortunately, local people like me know the places where we have to go to run away from the crowd. Now, hello Quasar, Marco, Ofrahead, Christoph, Mazif, Antonio Cortez, Ray from Arizona, and Geisler, West Coast Winds, Dobsonian Power.
Dobsonian Power.
Hello Stefan, welcome to this beautiful community. Now, I didn't connect the telescope. I will do it for you to see. Let's hope this works. You see, this is the challenge is the connection, of course, as usual, but the wind, it's super windy. Yesterday was scary, impossible to place a telescope. It was super windy and it gets worse during the night. So for now it's already strong, but we will manage it and try to... It's the moon, we will not live stack. So let's see what happens. I will connect the telescope and do a rough alignment, which I don't like. Start hoping. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world.
Connected, finder, camera. Seems fine.
Just before the stream I installed the last version of SharpCap, which is the software we will going to use to watch the sky. Let's open it. First in scan, it's the application of this telescope. So let's open it. It's connected. This is wired. I'm using an USB device to have the telescope wired. You can use this telescope with a original Wi-Fi connection, but this is more stable. Okay, alignment. 1 star will be Polaris. And begin. It's moving. Okay, now I will open SharpCap. I have two instances of SharpCap. This one is settled to work with the Virtuoso, with this connection, because it's a different instance, it's a different setup from the ones that we are used to use with the King and the Prince. Let's start the camera and see what happens. Okay. What's this? Okay, I think the telescope is pointing to me. Almost. Let's move it a bit to the right. Why is this behavior? Always happens something. You see how I prefer the equatorial platforms. But I think it's pointing to the wall or something. It's pointing to the security camera. Probably is that. I will move it up. Astrothi, thank you for gifting 5 Dobsonian power member chips. Thank you. Bartek, Speedy Mark, David, Sean Christie and Edgar Barrera, you are now Dobsonian Power members. Welcome. Don't forget people, memberships, members of this channel, you are very important to this channel. Please hold on to your membership, don't give up. It's only 1 month that you received for free, kindly from Astrothi, one of our pillars of this channel. And you can go to Discord if you are not already and post links and have some benefits. Also, you can go to the community tab on the channel and have access to the previous live streams, exclusive live streams just for members. Okay? And thank you very much. This is working. It was the security camera. You see here the light still here and all washed out. It's not too much out of focus. So I think I will focus directly on the moon. I will say okay Polaris and minimize this. And now we'll try to work with SharpCap. Let's see. I will open Stellarium. I think it can plate solve. I'm not used to this workflow yet. I'm not used to this workflow yet. But I think it can plate solve. It's connected. No. Okay. Oh my beautiful equatorial platform. North. Let's go to Paris. I will tell him to go to Deneb. Deneb, okay. Let me see if this works. Go to... I have to start getting good workflow for this. Let's see if it works like this. Deneb. then we will focus. Hey, ABOZs! This is crazy. No, I think it's fine. This is the glare from the moon and solving frame. Okay. Do you want to sync them out? Yes. Okay. Progress, recenter target. This is working. I don't see the nab, but and then we'll focus and go to the moon. Or maybe go to the moon first. Or both. Let me see the push 2, what they say. Deneb. Deneb Alokab. I think it's this one. Hello, Samir! Maybe because this is not focused. Okay, I will focus this. I wanted a bright star. I wanted a bright star. Go to the moon. Or I'll say to SynScan. Moon, because of the speed. Star, solar system, moon. Go to. I think he's going there. Yeah. Look at the light. It should be near. Let me see in a finder. No, it's not. It's down. On vertical. The moon is super, super big and bright. Look at this. I will lower the exposure for the moon. Okay. And keep moving it down. There we go. There we go. This is the moon, but we have to lower the exposure. A lot. And then focus. There we go. Okay. First challenge done. Now, lower this. Okay, okay. Looks so bright. It's huge. And now let's try to focus it better. Much better. I think it's fine. Thank you, Astro Thief, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. More members of this channel: Red Eyed Lion, Jax Plays, Freaky Bob, Damien, GR. Welcome. Thank you a lot. This is fine. Looks so huge. Now, look at the wind. I was going to place the table below the telescope, but I was afraid with about the wind, the strength of the wind, because yesterday was scary, and tonight will be the same. So let me pull it down. Now remember one thing: the supermoon This is the scene. It's all boiling with a... It's super hot outside. Super. We have a red alert for this zone. For tomorrow. Red alert. Fires and things like that. So you can imagine. Beautiful moon. The first of 2 supermoons we will have in August. Now, I bet most of you know what is a supermoon, but some people don't know. The supermoon is when the moon has an orbit around the Earth, and when the moon is closer to the Earth and at the same time is full moon, within 24 hours, it's a supermoon. Tonight, this moon is the Sturgeon Moon also. This will not be the largest supermoon of this month. It will be almost the larger, but the larger one will be at 30 of August. And it will, at the same time, a blue moon. So it will be a super blue moon. It will be a bit... well, it will be larger than this one, but to our eyes it will not be noticeable. Now, supermoon. One thing that I want to remember, and a lot because I have the trees, and when the moon is super low in the horizon, like it is now, and then it will pass and it will go down again to west. And actually at west is when it's an illusion, the effect of the moon being super large, because as it is super low in the horizon, our brain watch it from a perspective with the buildings and the trees and objects that we have closer to us, so it seems that it's closer to us and super big. It's amazing. I like a lot to watch like that. But the supermoon is really larger because it's closer to Earth, so it has a larger appearance to us from Earth. I will read, because of my English and the technical terms, I will read something from NASA or something to explain it better. And let's see what is the Sturgeon Moon. I will use a different... on this breaking. Okay, let's do like this. Close stellarium. How's the sound now? Is it still breaking? Please tell me in the chat, is it still breaking or what? Let me check in YouTube. How's the sound now? Is it still breaking? Please tell me in the chat, is it still breaking or what? Let me check. Yeah, it's better. Too many things. Okay, thank you. I will track with the headphones. I will try to use a different browser, because I noticed that Chrome from Google push a lot from my hardware, of my connection. Problem is the connection. During August will be like that. Yes, in the studio always something happening. Remember that I live in a suburban, it's country here. We don't have fiber, no? Optics. Fiber optic or... that connection. We don't have Starlink satellites yet here. We don't have nothing. We have only 4G. Or 5G, I don't know. 4G, I think. It's a mess. It's a trade-off to live with in a country. I will try this trick to see if it works better. Now, let me pull the link. Because this is the event of the Supermoon. And it's a Sturgeon Moon also. This is Almanac, is a site that I like for the moon. Just a bit of culture here. Astroculture. This is a Sturgeon Moon. August 1 is during this night. This supermoon will be during... We are more or less at the middle of the peak. Here he says, a supermoon exceeds the disk size of an average-sized moon by up to 8%, and the brightness of an average-sized moon, full moon, by some 16%. You may not perceive the difference in size, but a supermoon will appear brighter in the sky. Well, at least brighter we notice. And I don't know if it's because of that illusion that I talked about before, about being near the horizon, that we seem to have the moon larger, or if we still can see this percentage of difference, or both. I don't know. The fact and the truth is that when I go outside, and yesterday I did that, when it rises and when it falls, the moon, to the horizon, it will be... It's huge. It's huge. You have to do it outside. You don't need binoculars. You don't need any telescope, and just your eyes to watch it. And it's a good thing to do. Now the sturgeon is here. They say, I think. Why is it called a Sturgeon Moon? Because the giant sturgeon of the Great Lakes and Lake Champlain were most readily caught during this part of summer, so it has to be with fishing. And the sturgeon is this animal here. This is a sturgeon. I don't know too much about fish, and I don't practice this, but it's interesting to know. So this is Almanac. Look how huge it is. Do you fish, Abiosis? Tycho crater. Let me see if it appears here, because I don't know exactly. Well, some of them I'm learning. I think it's this one, no? Let's see in Solarium. Hold on. When we don't know, we search. Where is Tycho? Do you know in the chat where is Tycho crater? The big bright one of the bottom. Here it doesn't appear because this is not matching the reality in Stellarium, I think. I have to figure how to match it. This one here at the bottom. This one. Remember, we are watching the sky, the moon, the supermoon with this telescope, a 6-inch Dobsonian, which has the power. If I was using a Barlow, which I'm not, actually I'm using a focal reducer because I don't need to go deep, I just want to see the full moon. But if I was using a Barlow instead of a focal reducer or nothing, this 6-inch of aperture of the Dobsonian telescope I'm using has the power, enough power, to go deep on an object like this, the moon with a crater, and go specifically to that crater. Actually, I can give you just an example because I did it before. It's not in this crater, but for you to know the power of this 6-inch to watch the moon. You see? This is what you can expect. This is what you can expect if you have a 6-inch like this and using a Barlow. So you can zoom on the moon or other objects. In this case, I'm not using any Barlow to go deep, so it will not get so much detail. So there we go. As it is to do a zoom out and look the moon like this, a full disc, I didn't place a Barlow. Next time we get a half moon, try for the Alpine rail with a 12-inch. What is the Alpine rail? Alpine rail moon. Alpine Valley. Ah, I remember. It's beautiful. Let's see here. It's beautiful. The Alps. This is a region between that separates, well, on Earth, the north of Spain, which is my neighbor here, and the south of France. Alps. I have to find a way to... One of you once told me, but I don't remember, how to match the position of the planets and the moon in Stellarium with the reality. I have to find a way. It's a beautiful region to go deep in. Is it good with an eyepiece? I'm not a regular moon observer, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that in the future I gain interest in doing it. Actually, as I have so many Dobs, If you don't have a focal reducer and you shorten the Virtuoso, no. Only with a focal reducer. Yes, we have here moon specialists, and that's good. I like to learn. I only know a few craters on the moon. My favorite is the Plato crater and the Vega crater. You all know much more of the moon than I. I'll tell you what. Slowly. We are not in a rush. The universe is there, and especially the moon is always there messing with our observing sessions of the deep sky. So I will try to learn each time a bit more and more of the moon. Now I learned this. So we can share more information about the moon because it's a beautiful object to watch whatever the tool, even with naked eyes. The challenge is the thin line in the center of the valley. Okay, this one. Got it. To get this sharp and detailed. We'll do it. We can do it. I think we can do it. With
The king.
It's a nice challenge. I got it. We'll do it. If I don't remember, keep remembering me, because I have so many stuff rolling. Because I want to learn more about the moon. It was always an object that was secondary to me. I always watch the moon, but not so deep, with deep learning. And it could be overwhelming, but if we learn a bit, just a bit, once in a while, it will work, at least to me. Here it is, this one. It's a beautiful part of the moon. And it has to be in alpha moon, right? Lunar valley feature that bisects the Montes Alpes range. 166 kilometers from the Mare Imbrium. I have to figure the way to match Stellarium. Do you know, any of you here in the chat? To match Stellarium, planets and moon, because in the planets is important because of the red spot of Jupiter, the great red spot. And for us to know which is the best moment to do it. I'm from planet Earth. Actually from here. Planet Earth. Continent Europe. Country Portugal. Region Algarve. 37 latitude Bortle. Algarve. Let me move it to center it. I'm moving the moon with I'm moving the telescope, not the moon. The moon. Never did nothing to match it. Always been matched. Mine no. It's incredible. And I know I'm aware of many people that is like, well, obsessive may be a bit heavy term, but it's crazy about the moon. And they are observing with an eyepiece. I do a quick observation always, and especially when the kids are here. Actually, I will show you for beginners that don't have the money. See if I can lower this a bit. Ah, now they have here arrows. Good. Like this. I will show you what I did. That you can do if you have a cheap telescope, beginner. I'll show you. I need space here. I did this today. I took off from this cheap refractor. It's with a zoom eyepiece there. It's the eyepiece I use here. It has... The original has here... here. A finder which is a crap finder. It's horrible. I took it off. I bought from SV Boni this a cheap finder, red dot finder. I opened this. You can take this off. This part, all this part here. Look here. If you pull, you can take this off. And then I drilled 2 holes here. Attach it. I had a base here from a finder scope. You know the bases that we have from the finder scopes? I had one here at home, and this fits, this red dot finder fits that base. I just attached the base here with 2 screws, and now it's great for, but as it is at the top, it's much easier for the kids to find. They don't have to lay down too much. It's much easier now. You see? Red dot finder. Let me take it off. It's a tip for some... This cost about, I don't know, 20 bucks or something. But it's a very nice... You know... What I'm going to do after this, I will place this like I did right now. It's easier than Adobe, everything. Just place it outside to watch the moon with the kids. An idea. And with this finder scope, which is a red dot finder. The goal, it was not for me. The goal is to let the kids find easier the moon or whatever. Now the planets will start to rise, and it will be funny. It's a small idea to people that doesn't have more than a cheap telescope or doesn't have the money. It's a 900 yes, 900 I think refractor. It's super cheap. It cost me about 50 bucks at the time, but well, not to me, it was an offer, but now I think it costs around 100 bucks on Amazon. I even did a review about it. I modded it. It's much easier. It's kind of a mix of Dobsonian because I placed some things I explained in a video. It's a hack to get it better. But at the end, people say it's a hobby killer, but at the end it stays here, and the kids, I don't mind if the kids break the telescope. I will not be so sad because it's not an expensive telescope, so it's a good way for them to be attracted to this, which is difficult nowadays with everything online. It's difficult to attract the kids to astronomy, at least from my side. It was a long time since the last drill. Yeah. And I left the drill here, but now I started it to avoid temptations. Because as I don't have many tools, I don't have tools to work the wood and to work steel or things that many people have. I have the drill and a few more things, and I work with what I have. That's why I drill too much. No, Samir, they were talking, Quasar, they were talking about the observatory in Canary Islands, where Samir now goes, I think, to observe in a better seeing place, a location. Thanks, Aviosis. Planets will come soon for us. Saturn now in mid-August. Remember that I don't stream too late because of Europe people. If I stream too late, Europeans from the north are sleeping already. To give the opportunity to the most people I can from the community. If I was streaming later in the night, deep in the night, it will be more clear, more crispy, more dark, and Saturn will be already there. First, maybe we'll now with a new moon. My plan is to capture Pluto, but to do that we need this strong wind to go away. We have time. This will not last forever. Oh yeah, Adam. No, Felipe, Miguel, no, não sou brasileiro. I'm from Portugal. But anyway, everybody is welcome here. I consider a planet Earth citizen. I really don't care about where you come from. As I only speak English, it doesn't matter. We only speak English here. It doesn't matter where you come from. October, of course. The only thing is that horrible chromatic aberration, of course, but to watch the moon. And we can see, with this telescope, we can see perfectly Saturn and Jupiter. Not so magnified, but a small one. But if we don't magnify too much, if we don't push over the limits, it will get a nice image visually of Saturn, Jupiter, the Orion Nebula, the Moon. We can see the Andromeda, and it's a 70 cheap refractor. It's a crap refractor, but I didn't. Well, a Earth-based telescope maybe, but not mine. My 12-inch is the most powerful that I have, and I can see the disc. We did it last year. It was very funny. We watched. I think this year will be faster to and easier to capture it, because now we have this push to feature, and you know, it's easier to find the objects. Last year we didn't have nothing. We were comparing stars, patterns. It was very, very funny. Well, especially for you that were here, and some of you were here, watching me suffering and trying to and helping. It was very, very funny. I like those kind of actions. So, does the supermoon have any influence on us humans? Yes. I'm not saying that, and it's not scientifically proved. There's no evidence about pregnancy and stuff like that, but it's true that when, and I remember my wife in the hospital having my son, that all the women there, were, when it was full moon, it will be full moon, it will be full moon. And fortunately, mine was previously, it was before the full moon, but after that it was full moon, and a bunch of women having the babies, because it was psychological, of course. Of course, we don't know, but for sure, but there's no evidence of that. However, when the moon is closer, and it's called a supermoon because it's closer to the Earth, and it's full moon. But when the moon is closer to the Earth, the gravity has a stronger effect over us, over the tides, and that's scientifically proved. It's an evidence. It's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. And over the Earth, of course, the Earth, we don't notice it, but the liquid of the ocean, we notice it. Then here we have the ocean, and especially the tides get stronger and sometimes even weird. So they have, if they have effect on Earth, on the ocean, they also have effect on us humans, but we don't know what kind of effect. That's not proved yet. I feel energetic with the supermoon. Might be a psychological thing, but I don't mind to trick my brain, to trick myself thinking that, because it's a positive thing. If you have to choose or to pick something to feel with a supermoon, pick something positive, as I do. It's my recommendation. You get a good energy, you get positive feelings, and you trick your brain. Even that's not true, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's true, we don't know. But I train during many time my brain to feel like I get more positive and energetic during the supermoons, and it works. The truth is, from many time ago, I start doing that, or I start feeling or thinking like that. And now every time there's a super moon, I don't know, it triggers something in my brain. And I really feel that I'm more energetic, less tired, more happy, I don't know, more energetic. You see, that works. That I can promise you that works if you train your brain and to do something like that. Not the opposite. Don't let anybody or anything drain your energy. You want to add energy, to charge. It's what I try to do here, to charge you with good energy. Okay? We don't want here people to drain our energy, our good feelings. Look, a bird right over the moon, I saw. Fortunately, I have this recorded, and let me see how many times. 1 hour. 1 hour of live stream. I will search for this. It was a beautiful bird passing through the moon, which I like. Don't forget also that we will have another bird. That we will have the Perseids, the Perseid meteor shower soon at the mid of the month. It will be I scheduled already a live stream to the 11 night, because the peak is more or less 11, 12 and 13, but 13 it's as at midnight, 12 at midnight it will be 13, you see. So it's that weekend. I will do the live stream. I will start on Friday, and with a all sky cam that I have here. It will be very nice. We did it already. I will point to Perseus and to the radiant of the Perseids. It will be amazing, and let's see if we have lucky, because the last year it was a mess. I don't remember if we tried to capture them, because I think it was cloudy here, and full moon, it was horrible. But this year only 10% of the moon, is illuminated, and it will be good. It will be amazing for us to try to watch. I'm just remembering you about that. So I have already scheduled it. Don't forget to click on notify me so you don't miss that event. It will be nice. I'll try to extend the live stream. We'll see what we can do. It depends on the weather also. Yes, you were here. Yeah, Brian is one of the old members of this channel. and for sure it was you were here. And we will have that challenge. We will have Uranus. We will have Neptune. We will have Saturn, Jupiter. We will have loads of nice things. We will have comets. There's a comet, but it will be on April of next year. But I saw Edward Demanchik in our Discord. Actually, I will try to show you here. Let's see if this can hold with this. Don't forget to join us on Discord. Join us on Discord. It's free, and you can keep in touch with the Dobsonian Power community. It's free to join. You see the members? The members of the channel get a name like this. If you are a channel member and connect your Discord to YouTube, you get a red username. And you have your own space here. So in the community pictures, I remember, you can post here pictures. Look, pictures of the moon, Jonathan, of the full moon. This is row of Yuki trying to get a picture. It was here. See here, Jonathan with a 6-inch like mine, Brian Fowler with this North America, Wizard Nebula, very beautiful. 50 minutes with the NBC filter. You see? Saturn. Of course, they stay up too late. Here, Danis with Jupiter. 18-inch Dobsonian. Eyes Up Astro. M5. You see, lots of pictures here. Eyes Up Astro with Eagle Nebula. Very nice pictures. You can post them here. And here it was the one that I was talking to you. So it is the 12P Pons Brooks. The periodic comet outburst evolving in the course of the week. You see, he captured the expanding coma and details inside showed by rotation gradient filter, the jet streaming from the core. So it's another nice challenge for us after the moon, when the moon gets less brighter, you see. So if you are not subscribed, subscribe to keep in touch with us and see these beautiful challenges and help. Many of you usually help me to find things and to surpass, because the challenges sometimes are very, very hard, and sometimes I need your help to surpass them. Yes, after all, we made it. Yes, yes. It was very, very... I was suffering. Well, suffering. I was enjoying, of course. I don't do things that to suffer. At least my own will. Only if I'm forced to. Yes, they cause... The supermoon causes a difference in the oceanic tides. Here I can notice the tides are different. Look, you see? We are having king tides in Hawaii with a supermoon. But remember that usually... Well, usually, it is like that. The effect is not immediate. It's not like tonight is a supermoon, now, right now it starts the tides. Usually it has a delay. As far as I remember, 1 day or two, it starts to, and then they start to get stronger. The phases of the moon are a reference to the migration of some birds, of course. Yes, we had. It was... The Perseids last year was a mess. I don't remember if I gave up and it was cloudy here. I think I remember. And with that moon, I just move on. I don't do Ray. I don't do... I'm trying to get the focus of this channel. It was leading to a path of too much photography. And look, I'm not an astrophotographer. I'm not good in astrophotography. And I don't want to new audience that we are growing, and new audience get misunderstood or misunderstand what's the goal of this channel and what's the what we treat here. And it was only serving the ones that took the pictures, because of the I saw people, when I start doing community pictures, people drop off. Lots of people have no interest also on that. So what I decided to do, you still have that feature on Discord. You can post it there and compare, and we are growing also on Discord. And once in a while I pull some pictures, like I just did now, and I did the other day with yours also. But more and more pictures there, and I can't watch in a live stream every pictures of you. I don't want to enhance only a group of people and the other ones no, because they are not so good. So I just decided to pick the ones that are more relevant in that live stream if it's the case, like it was now. Talking about the comet, it's a different thing. Ed is the comet. Yes, actually had Edward Demonchik. I remember to, and I think it was the way he found us and I found him. I don't remember very well, but we changed emails at that time, and he was on a magazine. He sent me pictures of a comet, and then we start talking. And he's a channel member also. It's good to have people. The focal reducer with a 224, you just have to place it near the sensor, because otherwise it will. If you use the 55 millimeters of, actually it will be 53 millimeters of back focus distance here, it will distort everything. So don't be greedy about the distance. Close to the sensor, it will add a bit more of field of view to you in the screen, but don't expect too much. It's a bit more, and especially a faster telescope. The pictures will be better of the deep sky objects. That one I don't like. I never liked the 120. Pictures I saw, it's... don't buy that. Buy the 224. They had also the 290, which was more or less, the 224 was better, but it's discontinued. So cheap one is 224. If you don't mind to suffer with a small sensor. Yes, it's true. I always forget that. I have a channel, Dobsonian Power Brazil and Dobsonian Power Spain and Espanol, for people that struggle to understand English and falls here on this live stream. Whatever, Latin America, Spain, Spanish language, and also it's myself that I translate the videos, I dub the videos. It's my voice. The lips are not matching because it's another language, and in Brazilian also, in Portuguese. Yeah, Ray, thanks for understanding. I need to focus on what I'm good on and what I can deliver to people, not in things that I don't like and I don't and I'm not good on, and I don't pretend to be. I could be good on if I may put the effort. So I'm trying to, because it's being misunderstood, and I'm trying to enhance that definition to shape the things for people to understand that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that once in a while I don't do something more astrophotography related, because there's a thin line between what I do EAA and astrophotography. But I will not do, and I don't have plans to invest on knowledge of post-processing software. It's really boring to me. I don't want to do that. I want to. And for your information, and you notice that already, I want to focus on what I'm good on. Dobsonian, EAA, watching the sky in real time, look clouds, take good pictures with but with quick astrophotography, nothing special, and to learn more about the sky of astronomy. I can't imagine anybody doing astrophotography or other astronomy hobby, sub-hobby, without wanting to know at least the basics of the sky. I got impressed how less views I had in the video, for instance, about the blue moon. What is a blue moon? Which is an event that everybody should know about. And I'm sure many people don't know and didn't click because, I don't know, the blue moon. You see, or things that I like to do on posts on the community, like the two supermoons. Many people didn't know. I saw the answers. Many people didn't know that we were going to have two full moons, for instance, two supermoons. I like to do the AA to watch real time, but know a bit, not go deep and be and extend too much about it, but to know at least the basics about the objects that we are watching in the sky. Because that's what connects me with the universe, and that's what fulfills me. And if fulfills me and makes me happier, I can charge you with positive thoughts and help you to connect also with the universe. If I'm doing something that gets me bored, which I'm not, but if I'm for instance, I will start to learn the cereal for you to help you to learn also. I will get bored. I don't like that. There's no meaning to me because I don't have that goal. I don't want to use those softwares. And I couldn't transmit my joy, my happiness, which I always have, to you. You know, I know that you understand. You are a smart guy. But I'm telling this not only to you. For more people that might think that are on an astrophotography channel, but not. And I never was a photographer. I never had a camera to take pictures. I had just to take pictures of a family and once in a while, but I'm not that guy that is always taking pictures and processing them. I do processment in the videos because to have a decent quality for you, but that I like. I like to edit my videos because it's a different stuff. It's a different stuff. Not photographies. We are getting clouds and wind. Clouds and wind. Yeah, thank you. And you have plenty of people that are good. Even yourself. I see you talking on Discord. One with each other. And you know a lot of astrophotography, and you can be like that. But sometimes now that I want to promote Discord for more people to come to our community, I will bring sometimes. I did that already last live stream, I think. When I talk about Discord, go to Discord, you have the pictures. The pictures that are there, the last ones will be the ones that will be enhanced. That way I can be fair to everybody. I like to be clear about what we do here, even that you don't like. I know that some will not like, but I prefer like that, to be clear. And the ones that don't like, and we can't like everybody and everything. This is getting shadows, the moon. We can't like everybody and everything. And I will do more about basics of astronomy that I like here and that I like to learn. I show. But the core is the EAA and the Dobsonians. EAA, Dobsonians, visual, which I like, will be always the core of the channel. How it started, the origins. I don't want to be I have a sponsor. Some may think, well, he's so silly not to benefit from a sponsor, but it's not my goal to do gear reviews, gear that I will not use, because then you enter that mouse wheel, you know, like doing videos about gear, and you get crazy because I will not use. I will full my house of stuff or return or I don't know, stuff that I don't use. Everything that you see here is genuine. I love the Dobsonians. I love this refractor. I love that cheap refractor I showed you. everything that I use here, I have here, I give a news to it with joy. Of course. And remember another thing.
Dobsonian power.
I'm an old guy. I know some of you will say, no, you have 52, you're not old. Okay, but I'm not a kid anymore. And I'm doing this thinking in the long term. I'm not doing this, okay, let's see you next month. No. Can you imagine in 5 years, us here, or some of you will not be here, but some of you will, and more to come, hopefully. Can you imagine in 5 years to hold on, for instance, to hold on so many years to keep this joy? Otherwise, it's impossible. In a moment, you leave this. It's what happened. Many people, because they don't like what they're doing. They wanted to do another stuff in YouTube, but they are doing things just for the money and whatever. And then they get burnout, they get tired, they get lose the willing of doing it because they don't do what they really like. It's always the same in every topics. The scene scan cable. Try it. Yeah, I don't know what shadows could be the chimney. It's cool. It's cool for the people that like. It's like you say to me, photographing the earth and the nature is cool. It's cool for the people that like to do that. It's the same. To play soccer, it's cool. It's cool for the people that like to play soccer. And we could be here all night with different topics. Yes, don't forget, if you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. It will be soon, because Robin said that already changed this one that I downloaded. I think it was the last beta version. He's just fine-tuning. In Isla Canaria. Off ahead. Yes, Ray. You even... Your pictures, I have shorts in my channel with your pictures. I have things, extracts or videos in my channel that you enter in my channel, your pictures. You can't complain. No, I'm not using a moon filter. I'm using a Badr Neodymium by default. But and you can join us on camera. Tonight it's already late, but because I want to show you something that you post on Discord. You post on Discord. You post on Discord, and I had another one already here to show you. You post on Discord this. I think it was Aviosis. Now I will just summarize this. NASA DARPA will test nuclear engine for future Mars missions. Did you heard about this? The ones that are not on Discord? Look. DARPA. This is a concept. It's not a true image of a spacecraft, which will demonstrate a nuclear thermal rocket engine nuclear thermal propulsion technology could be used for future NASA crewed mission to Mars. Now, I had another, by coincidence, I had another one here that I will show you. It was a bit too, well, a bit funny, I thought, to post here. Which is this one. NASA teases Mars transport system for 1200 days of space travel. This is like an hotel almost. Look. You see? This is another project that they have to, like an hotel in space for them, an hotel but a professional one. It's another project that they are developing, which is the lunar habitat. This is to expand exploration capabilities over Apollo era missions. Habitat modules for both lunar exploration and Martian transportation missions. And those for the latter will support life for more than 1,000 days. This was designed, or is being developed, to support life during the lunar and Mars exploration in the future. But this is real. They are working on this also, like the other project that you showed on Discord. So I think this is they are doing huge steps behind in the background. Often people don't talk about, but I think this more and more will be, I don't know, it's a feeling only. There's no evidence, but it's a feeling that we will start seeing more and more news around this kind of topic, which is fine. Yeah, I was kidding. We are getting close to Star Trek. European Space Agency showed off the first test images taken from the Euclid. I saw a bunch of stars. They were calibrating. I thought, as I had this one, I said, well, I will wait for some more beautiful ones. They had, I think it was, or they released 2 of them, calibrating. But your pictures have the spikes better shaped than the second one they released. Well, we can see them here. It's interesting. It's just to pull the Google and search. I think this is Google. No, it's Bing. Okay, doesn't matter. ESA Euclid first images. No. Bing. Come on, Bing. It's this first images. But they released, I saw some that were better. Let me search on Google. I will open Chrome to see if it works better, Google. I usually use Google. Well, I can open Google here. I think this browser is more clean. Google.com. Yeah. Google is better, you see. NASA. Euclid test images. I saw one. Oh, it was not this one. That can this be zoomed? Yeah. No, it's perfect. I thought it was with double spikes, but I was watching in the mobile. You see, I was referring to these stars. It's full of this is in infrared. And here a donut. Well, they you see this. I thought it was not perfect, but they were calibrating the instrument, full of galaxies. But I think they will provide us many good pictures of the sky also, and doing science. It's good to see everybody moving. Europe, United States, of course, NASA first, Europe, and then India also. I placed the short, I uploaded the short with Chandrayaan moving to the moon. If they succeed this time, the first one didn't succeed, but if they succeed this time, it will help other agencies from the world, because they have the goal to go to the pole, and I think the other agencies also have that goal, so it will open the land for them to it's space exploration. It's super amazing. I love it. Hey, Star Guy. Oh, I had this on, sorry. With a reverb. Weird. A lucky guy here. Good for you. I wish I could say the same, but I can say only the opposite. Space exploration era, of course. It was. Should be. I will watch the replay. Should be weird. Oh god, something happen always in the live streams. Another one. You see, another good overhead. It has to be overhead. The James Webb Telescope images are suggesting that the universe is possibly 26 billion years old, not 14. You see another thing? Another one. We know nothing. We still... I think we still... we are so primitive yet. So primitive in our science. And we have so much to learn. But by the other hand, we are lucky to be in this time, and well, I wish I could see everything in the future. Who knows? And learn and discover those things if they were already discovered. Yeah, Star Guy, you have your 4K in full action. Let me adjust the moon for you. Look, the wind is so strong that my solar panels is starting. I know the patterns. The solar panels on the roof are making loads of noise. It's scary during the night sometimes. Oh, lovely Hawaii. Lovely Hawaii. In my opinion, James Webb have not perfect spider. Better is when spider have 4 legs, not 3. Spikes looks better with X. Well, as long as it provides us or keep providing us new stuff, I buy it. I buy it. But what do you think about this working in the background of NASA? You saw two news. The propulsion, nuclear propulsion, a new way to go to out of Earth, and also at the same time they have designed and they are already in development of a project of a kind of an hotel midway to Mars and the Moon, to have something there for us to sleep, as astronauts of course, to sleep and eat during 100 days if they need it without problems. No, this is not processed. You can see this with a 6-inch. If you use the 25mm eyepiece, it will be a smaller moon. If you use a larger eyepiece, it will be a magnified moon. You can see the moon like this. Actually, even with the small telescope that I showed you before, I don't know if you were here, Celestron Power Seeker 70AZ telescope, I still remember the name. Let me see if I have here. I have it here. I took a picture over the equatorial platform. In this telescope, with this telescope, you can see the moon perfectly. Actually, very nice. Oh my god, the wind. Let me look at the moon. This is scary. The wind is super strong. Let me see the camera. You want to buy a 12-inch Dob for Moon and Planets, but the images online are deceiving. Deceiving is negative, no? What's the meaning? Let me see here. Deceiving. Deceiving the image online. You're wrong. Just watch our live work here, and you'll see that you're completely wrong. Here you can see everything as is, reality. You see, I make mistakes like the sound. I was talking like this and didn't notice it. It's life. This is a camera, but with the telescope with an eyepiece, we can see more detail than this. To see more detail, here I will have to stack, and this is not stacked, nothing. This is pure moon, as is. Supermoon. Super. This is the super. This is the super Sturgeon Moon. You are watching the Super Sturgeon Moon of August 2023 with a 6-inch Dobsonian telescope and a camera. Real-time image. Let me say again for a short. You are watching the moon. You are watching the Super Sturgeon Moon with a 6-inch Dobsonian telescope in real time. Pure reality. Amazing. This is for the short. Look, look, look. Look. I'll show you the wind. I'm listening. It's horrible because it looks like the solar panels will fly. They never did it. I have it for a long time, almost, I don't know, 15 years or something. And they never did it. Look. Look at the wind. Look at the wind. You see? Look, look. Look. Impossible. We need less wind if we want to capture Pluto with a 12-inch Dobsonian. But I'm sure this will pass. It will not last forever. You are welcome. Just keep following us and you will see. We will prove you that's not the truth. Maybe you look at the wrong place. Yes, yes, yes. Goes deep on detail. There is in development in the USA a concept for a plasma fusion ramjet spacecraft Mach 20++ that will get us to the moon pretty fast. Oh, I hope they can finish fast. I know that they will do it, but here is a matter of time. We want to see things while we are alive, because we don't know. After we passed away, we don't know what happened. But while we are alive, I hope they can finish that project they have to go to Alpha Centauri with pulling with lasers the spacecrafts, or the whatever they call to those devices, to go to Alpha Centauri and to watch the planets there. At least that I wish they talk about 25 years to reach there in 25 years, but maybe they can lower that threshold. I don't know. It will be amazing for us if we are alive yet. No except one. Visual on nebulae and DSOs are not nearly as good as stacked image. No except one. There's one. You can't get that detail and color, of course, because it's our eyes. It's the visible spectrum of light that the camera goes in a broad spectrum. But there's one that I don't know. Visually, it's the Orion Nebula. The Orion Nebula visually, although you can't watch those colors of the hydrogen, but you see a greenish, well, almost sometimes in a dark sky, and here with a good thing, I can see a bit of the red, just a faint red, but I can't see that red, of course. But that greenish and gray and bluish tint of the Orion Nebula and that composition in the eyepiece, with the eyepiece with a full nebula in the eyepiece, I don't know, visually, if you can see something visually, it looks like it's moving. Well, actually it is, but it looks like it's alive. I don't know how to explain. People that like visually know that, and like also cameras know the difference and know what I'm talking about. It looks like they are alive, like the that is more pronounced in the star clusters. You know, visually when you are looking through an eyepiece to a star cluster, to a globular star cluster, it looks like it's moving with the seeing, of course, and the influence of the seeing. But as the stars are shining, they look like they are moving. They are moving with inertia, moving in the same place. It's hard for me to express, but it's amazing. If someone asked me, Tiago, from now on until you die, until you pass away, you only can see the Orion Nebula in one way. You have to choose visually or with a camera. I will choose without blinking visually. That says it all. Yes, they lost contact with Voyager 2. Yes, you see, I like to, although I knew already the news, some I don't. This one that you posted on Discord, I didn't know yet. And I like you to bring those news to Discord here, so we can complete, or at least part of the puzzle. You see, of the sky puzzle, space, universe. I like not only a single object, a single picture, a single stack, and I like you to get involved in this kind of conversations. No matter, you are free to have different opinions than mine. You don't have to be to have the same opinions. I really like those kind of, and if you think it's the only, not the only, but there are few, to me it's the only place, apart from my wife, it's the only place or the only people that that I can talk with about this kind of stuff. It's online, because around me, the physical people, Moon's near surface was discovered to contain about 85% of elemental lithium. That's what all the brilliant white crater scares and rays are showing all over the surface. Yeah, I listened something about that, and I also read something about the water. Those kind of mysteries will be revealed soon. If the Indians can reach there with Chandrayaan, etc. As long as we put the feet on the moon, we'll start discovering more and more things. The water that they found in the surfaces, in the craters that are dark every time, that they are in some positions, and I think that those are mostly in the pole. That's why they want to figure it out better, because there's ice there, because the sun doesn't reach there in any moment. They are always in the darkness, which is super mysterious. As they are always in the darkness, they get they turn ice. The water turns ice. Is very, very impressive. I don't know, and usually is one of the first ones that we see. At least me, it was the first nebula that I saw. It gets graved in our mind forever. with a 25-inch, with a bino viewer. I wish I will in the future. I forget that, but one of these days I will ask my sponsor, AstroArt Finland. This show is sponsored by AstroArt Finland, your astronomical partner. To remember, of course, I'm grateful to them. To bino viewers. The thing is, it's a thing that visually I can't stream visually because you can't see through my eyes. With a camera I can show you. Yes. And I think they exceeded expectations. They lasted longer than expected. The image intensifier is the infrared, those infrared eyepieces, night vision eyepieces. I would like to have one. They are super expensive, 5 grand. I love it. I don't know. When I see people and read people and many people, when I found the AA or when I found that I could see this with a camera, I sold my eyepieces. I get like, why? And I suspect, that's my feeling. There's no evidence of that. It's an hypothesis. I suspect that they do that because they didn't have a good experience visually. I never saw anybody with a Dobsonian saying that. Coincidence or not, I never saw. The only guy that answered that question, because I asked to Doug, it's in an interview, in all the interview here on the channel. We Doug from Emerald Hill Skies. I don't know nothing now about him. He is a bit out of the business here. But I asked him, why did you sell the eyepieces? And because I like the cameras and I didn't want eyepieces anymore. And I asked him, did you ever saw visually a globular star cluster with a Dobsonian telescope, a large Dobsonian? No. You have to. Then you should, before sell the eyepieces, first to make sure, go to an observatory, an astro club or something in your region, if you have one, to watch visually through an eyepiece, through a Dob, in a dark sky or at least a decent sky. We don't know. The Earth cloud. Maybe if they passed, probably we will not listen. I don't know. And there will be a time that it will be a threshold for us, because to receive the information from it will last long and we will not be here. Nice to know that more people loves visual. It's compatible. Visual and cameras are compatible. That's why I don't understand. Well, I suspect it's because they didn't have a Dob. They didn't have a Dob. They had a bad experience of visual. Or maybe, I suspect some people is because suddenly they have a problem with their vision, health problem, and they can't fix that for some reason, and they can't do or see what they used to see. when the eyes were good. Can be that also, old people. Well, old people with problems with the eyes. Hello, Fred Led. Fred Led is in the house. Yes, time will tell. Hey, Canada! Greetings to Canada! Yes, I heard about it. The needed of glass path correctors. But I think my sponsor have a set with the eyepieces. I have to investigate if I don't know. Now I'm waiting for the L Pro. The L Pro. I used it already here. It works fine with my skies, and now that I have more light pollution, it will be good. Omega Centauri. Oh, I love that. I love that galaxy with that cluster with the 36-inch yard scope at 2003 Texas Star Party. We watch it here, and the Centaurus A also, the galaxy. We watch it here at a low altitude, but we watch every year here. I haven't hardly any of my eyepieces after I got a binovier. Ah, that's different. That's different. That I can understand, because you upgraded the visual experiment. It's, at least is what people say, more immersive. I think Ray, AZ Ray here has also binos. Hardly used. Okay. Hardly use any of my eyepieces. Okay, nice to know. Do you have, Samir? No, you don't. The binos? No, you don't. Thanks, Overhead. And Christoph. Okay, midnight. And Supermoon. I will now watch it outside. Yes. It's in a good position to watch with the wind. The video will be on Tuesday, on Thursday. It will be tomorrow. I will upload tomorrow morning my new video. I really hope you enjoy that video. And I'll see you probably on Friday, as usual, in a live stream. Very pleasant night again. Thank you very much for being here, and I wish you a great rest of the day or night, which the case. Bye bye, thank you.